gather around. It's time for the show to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, there were so many matches this year that were just too much.
So this won't be a shocker because we've had a handful of really awesome matches that we just can't stop talking about.
How many times have these guys fought? Like it's been quite a bit.
I've been saying this all year. They're just so great to watch. We saw the heel turn coming, and then when it happened, nice and bloody, both dramatic and beautiful.
You are now entering the ring with Shoots and Ladders podcast. Here are your hosts, Desiree and Jason.
Shoots and Ladders, AEW World's End recap. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, we ended this year with World's End. It was all about title changes, surprise wins, and fresh directions for 2026. Des, what are your initial thoughts?
Well, they are ending the year with a bang. And, this match card was really good. There wasn't anything that was terrible about it. So I'm glad that they ended this way.
Yeah, no doubt. And let's kick things off with Okada versus Takeshita. This is a solid opener. What are your thoughts and what's your grade?
I love these two. This was a nice build-up of their feud that they have. I always favor Takeshita over Okada. Damn it, he lost. And it was just because Okada was so sneaky and he got the damn screwdriver that was hiding and got him that way. So I feel like those two, it was a good build-up. It was really good and technical, but I hated the ending because he won that way, which I know he's way better than that. So, it is what it is, but I love these two, and I'm glad I got to see them go at it. So I would give it like an A-.
Okay, listen, A- is definitely a solid grade. I'll go ahead and agree with you. I love the fact that I always say that you want to open strong. I think this match did open the card strong, so I loved it. A- is a great grade.
Yeah.
All right, now we have Kyle Fletcher versus Jon Moxley. This was brutal and physical. Des, what are your thoughts? What's your grade?
I like this one. And what I enjoyed is you didn't know who was going to win. It was a good back and forth with Mox hurting his leg and then Kyle completely taking advantage of that. And then he broke his tooth too. I'm surprised Jon Moxley has all of his teeth already, so that's kind of a shocker that he only chipped it. But yeah, it kept us on our toes. But I'm glad Mox won. I don't know. I just favor Mox over Kyle in this, but yeah, damn, his leg got beaten and abused. But I'll give it like an A-.
Okay, gotcha. A lot of people are saying A-. I'm going to go ahead and give it a B+, and the only reason why I say that, I like the match. I understand. Obviously, listen, Mox is a fan favorite. I don't think he should have won, and I say that because he's already established. If they're trying to push Kyle Fletcher, it would have been a signature win on him. Mox doesn't need to win these matches. It doesn't really do anything for him. So I think from a storyline perspective, I think it would have been better for Kyle Fletcher to win, but it was a good match overall, so.
Yeah.
All right, now we got the men's tag titles, FTR versus Bang Bang Gang. This is a fun street fight. It was definitely an interesting one. Des, what's your thought on this?
I like these two. We like FTR. I know that was your tag group of the year. But I'm a big fan of Austin Gunn and Juice Robinson. I think they work really well together, and it's about time that they get some more momentum. So I'm glad to see them in this title match. Austin is just like his dad, Billy Gunn. So he's a true entertainer and just loves to feed into the crowd and the camera, so he's really, really great at these kind of Chicago street fights. He gave me Ninja Turtle-esque when he came in with the garbage lid on his back. They took some really brutal spots, and I wasn't expecting them to win, so when FTR retained, that wasn't a big surprise, but it was good. It was very entertaining, so I'll give it like a B+.
Yeah, I'll give it a B. Listen, I liked it. Again, I do like FTR, but, also BBG was solid as well. This is definitely fun. It was fun. It was entertaining. I liked it. I mean, overall, there's no complaints, and obviously, FTR gets that W, but overall, it's good.
Yeah.
All right, now we have Babes of Wrath versus Athena and Mercedes Moné. We know how you feel about one particular individual. What's your thought and grade on this one?
Why? Why does she need another title, a tag title? Whatever, I get it. I don't know. But I love the Babes of Wrath. I think it's about time for Harley and Willow to really get the spotlight. I think they work really well together, even though they are completely different. But yeah, I'm glad that Mercedes lost. Too bad for Athena. It is what it is. But I did love that since Mercedes got pinned, Athena raised hell with her afterwards, so I can appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad the girls retained. I feel like they need more time with the titles just to elevate themselves even more, so I'll give it like a B.
Yeah, B. Listen, this is a solid mid-card match. There were some fun spots. It was kind of back and forth. I mean, overall, I think the girls had overall a great performance. So yeah, I think a B is a solid grade. All right, now we got Darby Allin versus Gabe Kidd. This is brutal and emotional, carried by Darby's momentum. Des, did Darby bring the magic? What's your take and grade?
This one I think was my least favorite. Just because I feel like maybe this wasn't a title match and there was really no point to it. But I just feel like since there was no really expectation of this match, they just went crazy with these ridiculous spots, super bloody, very violent, and I feel like they just did too much. But I get it, that's them. That's very Darby-esque. So, I mean, there's the crazy spots, the blood, the biting. I feel like it gets old, very much like how Mox can get out of control, where you're like, been there, done that kind of thing. So I'm giving it like a B-.
Yeah, I was just about to agree with you because I did think it was a little excessive. The other thing, too, is I don't know if this match was pay-per-view worthy, to be honest with you. I think this could have been done on a weekly show. I think, again, we kind of talked about this before. AEW has a tendency to just kind of throw matches together. Listen, I'm not taking anything away from either competitors. I mean, they are obviously very talented, but, yeah, I don't think this could have actually just been left off the card.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Now, Mixed Nuts Mayhem. This was just fun chaos. Everyone knows how much we feel about Toni Storm. This was just wild. Des, what's your take on this wild match, and do you have a wild grade for this?
What the hell was this? I have never seen anything like this.
Neither have I.
And then when I saw the title, Mixed Nuts, and I was like, damn straight, look at them. They all are insane. But it's exactly what it is. It's pure entertainment. This was not a wrestling match. This was a full-on what is going on and let's entertain the crowd. It was a good intermission between these title matches. So I get it. We watched it. It was fun. What I love to see is Marina Shafir with her husband, Roddy Strong, and them going at it separately. But yeah, there was what was it, Orange Cassidy and Toni dancing?
Yeah, I was gonna mention that because that was just on another level hilarious.
And then Claudio swung Toni. That was hilarious. And then Toni is beating the hell out of the guys, giving them suplexes. And so you know what? There's really not a grade for it. This was more of a good entertainment deal. So
I was gonna say, I don't know would we just give this an incomplete?
I don't know. I mean, this was more of a comedy relief than anything. So
yeah, so for the first time in Suits and Ladder history, that's the grade I'm going to give it. Comic relief.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, it's definitely interesting, that's for sure. All right, now we have Statlander versus Jamie Hayter. This was solid physical. Des, what's your take on this particular match?
I love both of these women. That's the thing. They're so strong. I love their characters. I love who they are. I feel like them coming behind this Mixed Nuts cocktail hour was really kind of hard because I feel like that took a lot of energy from the audience. Yeah, I think they're a good size together. They're very gritty. There was that one spot that everyone kept replaying, which was Chris putting Jamie, like, from the top rope, that kind of drop, and her head hit. I don't know if she actually hit the mat or not, but I was like, oh, that was really close. I didn't like that move. She could have broke her neck. I don't know, but if that was part of it and it worked out, then, so be it. But that was the one spot that everyone kept replaying. But yeah, glad she retained. I feel like it could have been better, but it wasn't terrible. But compared to the entire match card, I feel like it kind of fell lower. So I'll give it like a B.
Yeah, a B is, I think, is a good grade. Listen, but just like you said, they're both awesome competitors. I think they actually match each other very well in the ring. It was definitely physical. It was, overall it was good. I just, it's hard-hitting, competitive. It was just, it was a good match. It was solid. Again, coming off that mixed nuts mayhem, I think they just needed something to stabilize the card. So, yeah, I think B's a fair grade.
Yeah.
All right, now we have Okada versus Mox. This was, actually, let me hear your take first. What do you have for this?
Okay, well, I wish that when they do these kind of finals, that the actual final is in the pay-per-view, not the semifinals.
Yeah, okay, I'm on the same page with you.
So those first two matches, they were fantastic, but that could have been something else, and then this was the pay-per-view match. But I digress. They both cut promos before, and what I love about Mox is he really commits to it, and he worked that leg. And so did Okada, and beat the hell out of him. I don't know. I liked it. I think it could have been better. And then with Mox winning, I'm happy about that. I know you're not that crazy about it, but I'm a big fan of him. He's insane. And then his speech at the end was a complete turnaround from what he did last year about the locker room. So I'm like, what's going on? So I'm curious to see what that's about and his run. So you know what? I like Mox. I like everything that he does. So I'll give it like a B.
Yeah, B. And listen, here's the thing. I actually like Mox too. I genuinely do. It's just, if you're already established, it's better to put some of these other guys over. I just thought it would have made more sense for Okada to win. I'm actually with you. I think the semifinal matches were better. So I kind of wish this was a semifinal match, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, you know what? A B is a fair grade because, again, the match itself was actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
All right. And now, for potentially match of the year, the men's world title, Samoa Joe versus Swerve versus Hangman versus MJF. Talk about the star power. You could arguably say that this is the most star-studded match they've ever had. For any type of main event. Des, what's your take and grade on this?
I loved it. I love all of these guys. I favor three of them over Samoa Joe. But that being said, this was so much fun to watch. With Swerve looking like Green Lantern and putting on some muscle mass, he was a beast. And then the return of MJF, I love him. I'm a huge fan of him. I'm so glad he's back. And, since he's been, making movies, I'm glad he's, his normal MJF. And then, of course, Hangman is like our guy of the year. So it's just, it made complete sense. Everyone had their moment. And I love that standoff and that little bit of time with Swerve and Hangman, just to reminisce back to their feud. But, when they added MJF into this, I was like, he's winning. So, yeah, I'm excited. I love him as a champion. He's such an asshole, and I miss him. And, 2026 is going to be his year. So I'm excited to see how AEW is going to be. So I'm giving it an A.
100% I'm giving it an A. You could argue this was the match of the year. It was, again, I don't know if AEW has ever had that many stars in one match. This was amazing. I actually think they made the right call because when MJF came back and he got that pop, I really do think that pop kind of forced the writers saying, you know what, we got to ride this while it's hot. So, because again, Samoa Joe is great, but again, at this point in his career, does he need the title? Probably not. So I think it was fun to give to MJF. It's kind of cool because last year, obviously, Joe beat MJF. So it was kind of an interesting redemption story. But yeah, I think this is a great way to end it. Yeah, definitely an A. And again, in my opinion, one of the matches of the year.
Damn good.
All right, and overall, what's your final grade on World's End?
What I am liking about AEW and their pay-per-views now, granted they're still long and exhausting. I appreciate them trying to give you your money's worth, but they are adding more title matches. So 80% of this was a title match, so besides, a couple of one-offs. So besides that minor critique, they do quality matches. They have quality talent, and I'm so glad that they ended with a bang, because these past couple were a little questionable, but I get it. And I think they did fantastic, and I think 2026 they're going to start off really strong too. So I am giving it a B plus, A minus. I'm teetering between those.
I was just about to say the same thing. I'm going back and forth. To be honest, the main event is what would probably push it over. Yeah. But either grade's fine.
Can't go wrong.
Again, I really do think that was potentially match of the year. So overall, I think it was just an overall a good way to close out 2025.
Yeah.
All right, that actually wraps up this episode. What is your grade for World's End? Shoot us a DM at the Shoots and Ladders. And like always, please like, share, and subscribe, both on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
All right, until next time, have a blessed day, a blessed week. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye, friends.
This has been Shoots and Ladders. Follow us for more content.